no. What's up, everybody? It is 7:07 a.m. here on the West Coast, Northern California, Stockton, California to be exact, baby. My name is Cherry Franklin. This is the Cherry Franklin Show. Yeah, if you have not rolled a blunt, made a drink, a cup of coffee, or a sandwich, or fired up a square, now's the time to do so. We're about to kick off another 30 minutes to an hour of podcasting. If you have not already followed and subscribed on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, please do so. Yeah, it is so important that we continue to support and uplift each other. Everybody on Mrs. Cherry Franklin page, we're about to cut off and use this one for Instagram. I'm so sorry. But y'all can follow us at Cherry MFN Franklin on the Tag That Live. Once again, my other page is called Cherry MFN Franklin. Cherry motherfucking Franklin on the Tagged App Live. Thank y'all. I believe it's after the 14th. I believe legally I'm allowed to live stream on Instagram now. So let me look and see if we have it available. What's up, y'all? I see y'all made it over here from the other page. Welcome back. So the first thing we're going to get into is we're about to roll up and yeah, we're about to roll up and play the intro. But before we do that, I am going to see if I could get some hashtags for our Talent Tuesday page on Instagram, because we just made this page last week. We haven't really posted anything on there or been updating it like everything else. What's up? I see y'all over here. 3,421 diamonds already on the screen. 43 viewers already in the chat for the podcast. So thank y'all for my money. Thank y'all for being here. Really quickly, we're about to get started. First things first, I'm going to play the intro song. This song is called Put It in the Air, a.k.a. In the Air. The artist name is Trapedo, like torpedo, except trap, like trap rap, trap house music. Trapedo featuring myself, Cherry Franklin, a.k.a. the Mrs. So, yeah, if you have not rolled a blunt, made a drink, a cup of coffee, or fired up a square, now's the time to do so. Yeah, we're about to get into, like I said, 30 minutes to 1 hour of hotboxing the Wake and Bake show. Once again, this is called the Cherry Franklin Show. This is
Hey, put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air. Everywhere I'm at, eyes on low, but I'm up there. Put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air. We rolling up with stickers. Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air. Yeah,
she on me, we don't go.
I want the band.
Give me the cash.
Put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air.
Having a party.
We rolling up with stickers. Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air. We rolling up with stickers.
Hey, who don't like that?
Y'all niggas be switching. My niggas sit back and listen. Put the whole team up in kitchen. Jet white nigga on green next with the blood nigga is a collision. Just like a gremlin. We got some gin joints in the air. We do not care. So we on the left. We smoking rap. So you need a tap. Let's go. The Z-Man. The best time for the season. Your own joint, no bleaching. I can just smash y'all to beat it. I'ma get mine, I'm greedy. Shawty said she want me to eat it. I told her I'm vegan. Hey, shawty on super straight. I got the Mary J. That be my ace. You can add me to the race. Put on the gas, so get out the way. You coming last, you a disgrace. Go with my stash, shop be where you stay. When I get mad, I roll up the pay. Gas, blowing on bait. Hey, put it in the air, put it in the air. Put it in the air, put it in the air. Everywhere I'm at, eyes on low, but I'm up there. Put it in the air, put it in the air.
Hey, yeah, I see my money on the screen, thank you.
Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air. We on the gas.
She on the, we on go. Give me the cash.
I'm low. Put it in the air, put it in the air. Put it in the air, put it in the air. We going over the sticker.
Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air, blow in the car, the room, it go down. Every time the door moves, smoke come out. 209, yeah, that's my clap. Blunt rotations, that's my craft. You ain't gotta smoke this Cali. Put it in the wood, but she grew it in the valley. Keep on wax on, leaf on tap, I turn the team up, Pep Bradley. Why you didn't call me? I had Grace twisted in a Mr. J, I'm coming with the this that thing, no air pack spare me. I got lungs like a motherfucking vacuum, puff up as and pass, I'll tax you. That's just facts, no cat boo. I put it on wax with a pack food. It's written on me like a tattoo.
Big circle like a metal rap tattoo.
Like
once, but I put it in a bag too. Like once, but I put it on my bag too.
Don't do me. I keep 5 on it like the loonies. Hit yourself with a 2-piece and go to me. Quick, acting brand new like a groupie. It just
put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air. Everywhere I'm at, eyes on low, but I'm up there.
Because we spinning these Jacksons, the Watsons go to wifey, you know how that go.
I'm saying that's what this is all about, right? Clothes, bank rolls, and hoes, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all, first is first. A 1.25 infrastructure has passed, as well as a $1.75 trillion Build Back Better Act has been passed. Unfortunately, neither one of these specify a one-time stimulus check payment to be direct deposited into adult taxpayers' accounts who have made less than $35,000 to $45,000 in 2018, 2019, and 2020. It has included, however, child tax credit extensions, pandemic unemployment assistance, again, as well as some options have been rolled over and funding has been rolled over, as well as eviction protection and low-income housing. Y'all, to know exactly what is included in this stimulus check, make sure you hit up Google, as well as check out Oregon.org in your city and state. We're about to finish rolling up, and then we're going to check the news. Y'all let me know, what is you smoking? What flavors are popular in your area? What's brand new and what is the best of the best of the best? Leave it in the comments.
It ain't the start. I love for sailors, crack, I'll break you up. Only your heart. Help the way I am. You gon' see me where I stand. Ain't no other side to the story. This
And today's What Are You Smoking? We are smoking the last of
I'ma break your shit in two if you try to play
some shit that I can't even remember because the white rinse that we got looks so good.
Ain't no other side to the story. This okay. You can fuck with me.
If y'all could see, I know Facebook and YouTube can't really see that good, but Instagram Tagged and Tango can see fairly well the dark purple with the white hairs.
This can't be the end. No bitch, it ain't the start. I got love for sailors, crack. I'll break you up only your heart. I can't help the way I am. You gon' see me where I stand. Ain't no other side to the story. This a bed. This can't be the end. No bitch, it ain't the start. You better watch your boyfriend fuck your bitch right in your car. I can't help the way I am. You gon' see me where I stand. Ain't no other side to the story. This a bed. fuck with me? Why do you think you can fuck with me?
Good morning, y'all.
Why do you think you can fuck with me? This can't be the end. No, bitch, it ain't the start. I got love for sale, it's crack. I'll break you off, I'll lay your heart. I can't help the way I am. You gon' see me where I stand.
Y'all ready
Ain't no
to
other
smoke?
side to the story, this a band. It ain't be the end. Well, bitch, it ain't the start. I'm trying to work they pockets. About to check, I'm on it hard. You gon' see me where I stand. Ain't no other side to the story, this a band. Why do you think you can fuck with me? Why do you think you can fuck with me? Why do you think you can fuck with me?
Y'all ready?
Why do you think you can fuck with me? Why do you think you can fuck with me? Why do you think you can fuck with me? Put your game on pause, pistol in my bra, then my bra strap out. I had to hide it in my drawers, bitch. I almost got caught. I was at the fucking job. I didn't have my shit, I had a car. I almost dropped my shit in school and shot my laptop. Had to leave it with my mom. Sometimes I'm sorry, God am not. I can't help the way I am. You don't see me where I stand. Ain't no other side to the story. This open. Why do you think you can fuck with me? Why do you think you can fuck with me? Why do you think you can fuck with me? Why do you think you can fuck with me? Why do you think you can fuck with me? Why do you think you can fuck with me?
Y'all ready for the
This can't be
news?
the end. Well, bitch, it ain't the start. I got love for sale, it's crack. I'll break you off all in your
Thank you for my money. I see it on the screen.
You gon' see me where I stand. Ain't no other side to the story. This open. This can't be the end. Well, bitch, it ain't the start. I'ma break your shit in two if you try to play my heart. I can't help the way I am. You gon' see me where I stand. Ain't no other side to the story. This open.
Y'all, we getting ready to check the news and some updates about the fourth stimulus check and the Build Back Better Act. Again, they included some universal health care, universal broadband, extensions on child tax credits, extensions on pandemic unemployment assistance, some SBA loans, and some eviction protection funding and low-income housing. However, not specifically telling us whether SSI recipients will be receiving a stimulus check. There's a rumored $800 stimulus check for SSI recipients, but there has been no factual confirmation, no solid confirmation that there definitely is going to be one. As well as the adult workers tax credit, a monthly program paying adult taxpayers and head of households $1,000 to $2,000 per month after a $2,000 stimulus check is issued and addressed. To sign petitions for that $2,000 stimulus check, you guys can visit change.org, as well as sign petitions for the Justice for the Say Their Names hashtags, Justice for George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Vanessa Gillen, Robert Fuller, Jacob Blake, Elijah McClain, Ma'Khia Bryant, Adam Toledo, and so many other names. Very, very important. Really quick, I'm going to play a video so y'all can hear a little bit more about what's going on at change.org and vote.org.
Wealthiest lawmakers in America who support passive-aggressive, secretive, and murderous oppression and killings of the Black community and the lower-class working Americans and minorities here in the United States. They ignore issues, misuse of government funding, the homeless problem, and the spending in military and foreign wars. And they never fix any of our issues in regards to education, healthcare, or public housing. There are cities without clean water, communities without homeless shelters. Please visit vote.org to make a difference and register to vote. Please visit change.org to sign petitions that are led by attorneys, legal services, and
Y'all,
law
there
firms.
are elections and votes
To
every
open
year,
these cases
not
and
just every 4
investigations.
years.
No
In
more
your
Trump
city,
secret police.
in your state.
Disband and defund ICE. Legalize immigration. No more kids in cages. Justice for Breonna Taylor. Justice for Vanessa Gillen. Shut down and restaff Fort Hood. Justice for Ahmaud Arbery, whose case is being considered a citizen's arrest when he was killed by 2 white men in regular clothes for jogging down the street while a third man filmed. Justice for Jacob Blake. Justice for Elijah McClain. Justice for George Floyd. I encourage you to reach out to your state attorney general. If you are in one of the states that the 6 black men found
It's now 8, y'all.
hanging since the
Black
death of
men and
George
women
Floyd
found
was
hanging
deemed
in the
a
U.S.
suicide by local law enforcement agencies. 2 in the state of California, 2 in the state of New York, 1 in Atlanta, Georgia, and 1 in the home of George Floyd.
In a Houston, Texas high school football field, y'all.
I encourage you to make a difference when and where you can. And if you are low on funds and low on health insurance, please visit mdsave.com to save on medical and hospital needs and procedures. My name is Sherry Franklin. I'm an artist and as well as a community organizer.
And
By
activist
accident.
on accident.
Because I believe that we should leave none out. Leave none left behind.
None left behind, so
nobody
nobody falls
goes left,
off or goes
and
left.
nobody gets picked off.
And nobody
There's
gets
no
picked
more
off.
going south.
Make
The only way
sure
we can fight oppression
y'all gotta make
is
sure
to join together and rise above
everybody
it.
straight.
Uplift each other
Make sure
and support
everybody
each
make
other.
it out okay.
Thank you for caring about your community and for social distancing. Please make sure you share this message.
Again, y'all, that's vote.org and change.org, the name of those websites where you could register to vote and sign petitions. Justice for the Stay Their Names hashtags. Yeah, please become active and adamant in your community as far as terms of civil rights, community programs.
We've got a big one for you guys today. Browse through all the stimulus checks that are coming from all 50 states. We'll look at the first 3 today and then the next set for next time. We've also got the latest on the Build Back Better stimulus package making its way through the Senate, plus a very rare interview with Senate holdout Kirsten Sinema. What's she saying about stimulus? Let's find out. Oh, and some very important news. A Starbucks employee tested positive for hepatitis A and could have exposed thousands of customers to the virus. Yikes. We've got to know more about that one. All this and more in today's video. But first, I just want to welcome all you guys to the channel. Hey guys, my name is Ron, giving you guys the latest, most accurate stimulus updates every day of the week. All you need to do is hit the subscribe button and tap that notification bell. And of course, I would not say no for you guys hitting the like button either. I really appreciate the love, you guys. Let's jump in. State stimulus checks. Now, we've been saying it all along here. More channels should be picking up on this. I mean, we're talking stimulus checks around $1,000 here, and people don't even know that they're there. And so that's why we're going to give you guys the full list of state stimulus checks, starting with the first 10 right here. All right, first up, Alaska. So Alaska Governor Mike Dunleavy, he wants to send out stimulus checks from the additional revenues that the state is earning this November from increased oil production. Now, according to him, it's entirely within our capacity to help residents manage their bills with a supplemental permanent fund dividend of $1,236. The state is also looking to help residents with their winter heating bills. Arizona, the state's Back to Work program is offering a one-off $1,000 payment for unemployed persons who accept part-time work and $2,000 to any unemployed person who takes on a full-time post. All right, California. Now, most of us probably have already heard this one by now. We're talking about the Golden State stimulus checks, Part 1 and Part 2. Now, for the checks of Golden State Stimulus 2, those are between $600 and $1,100 for people earning less than $75,000 a year. Now, you should have gotten yours by October 31st. Now, if not, some who file taxes late or who are due to receive paper checks, you may get your stimulus check in November. Colorado. really generous state that we have here. As the state government put it, despite the arrival of the virus vaccines, the pandemic and its economic consequences continue to affect Colorado, and we recognize that Coloradans still need human services. On the state government website, there are links for people to apply for cash assistance, also known as TANF. You've got child care assistance, employee assistance, energy assistance, and food assistance. So just head on over to the Colorado government website to read all about the details. Connecticut, another back to work bonus. We're talking about Connecticut's back to work plan. It involved the provision of a $1,000 check to eligible applicants who got back into the workforce after 8 weeks off of unemployment. If you guys haven't gotten it yet, there's still time. It says here that the check still applies in November 2021. All right, Florida, $1,000 state checks. Now, those go out to teachers and first responders as a thank you for stepping up during the pandemic. Georgia, another state looking after their educators. Now, the plan was for full-time teachers and administrators to pocket $1,000 and part-time teachers to take home $500. Payments are also expected for pre-K educators. Hawaii, they initially wanted to give out $2,200 checks to educators, but Governor David Eage ultimately vetoed it. Instead, he said that there'll be other payments, and his island's government will use federal funds to offset everyday costs for Hawaiians, like this one right here. Some parents will get to save a little more money thanks to federal funds. Fees for A-plus programs were supposed to increase by $80 a month in November to address rising operational costs and staffing challenges. But Haido announced they'll be using to offset the increase. They don't have any plans for an outright stimulus check just yet. What they did do, though, is that they were doubling down on several of the other benefits, such as unemployment benefits, child tax credits, and earned income tax credits. Louisiana, the state is not just dealing with the pandemic over there. They're also still recovering from the aftermath of Hurricane Ida. The Red Cross has worked to get emergency financial assistance to residents whose homes were severely impacted by Hurricane Ida, while survivors may be eligible for a one-time payment per household of $500 from the government, as well as support for temporary housing. Okay, so that was our coverage for the first 10 states and their stimulus prospects. But which state do you want us to cover next? Drop me a quick comment down below on why your state should be next. Now, while you guys are typing that out, let's check out the latest state of things with the $1.75 trillion Build Back Better package in the Senate. Now, we know it passed the House last week with a 220 to 213 vote. We've been giving out the details on all the stimulus goodies that they put in there. You should really check out the previous videos because we talked all about them, like the 4 weeks of paid leave, the $35 copay cap for insulin, Medicare for hearing, and universal pre-K. We also talked about the fact that a lot of things were missing as well. That's not cool. Reading through the comments, many people feel like our lawmakers completely dropped the ball and left us hanging. Well, I can't argue with you guys. The vote came half a day later than scheduled due to House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy taking up the floor Thursday night for more than 8 hours with an angry, rambling speech protesting legislation that he warned would send the country into an economic tailspin. Yeah, he went on for like 8 or 9 hours, which was kind of ridiculous, but whatever. They had to call it a night after that. But shortly after, Friday morning, the House got together again and they passed the bill through a near party line vote. Only one House Democrat voted no for the bill. That was Representative Jared Golden of Maine, who wasn't too happy with some of the tax items on the bill. Now, the bill is making its way through the Senate. So here's Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer talking about the road ahead.
On Friday, the House passed the BBB bill. It is a comprehensive piece of legislation that does so many good things for American families. And each part of it, if you look at each part, it's supported by Americans and New Yorkers. This is big, bold, and much needed change. When the government does big things, it's not easy. It takes a lot of work and a lot of negotiation, and it's made all the harder because our Republican friends are intransigent against this bill. They're totally opposed to the BBB bill, even though the majority of Americans and the majority of New Yorkers support just about every provision in there.
Now, it's definitely not going to be easy for them, especially with Senate holdouts like Senator Kyrsten Sinema. More on her and her recent exclusive interview later. More news on Congress drama and Schumer. It seems like he's looking to dial down the drama with Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, and of course, the impending debt ceiling cliff. Congress has until roughly December 15th to raise the nation's borrowing limit, as Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warned that the mid-December date is when the government will no longer be able to fully pay its bills. But instead of fighting it out and name-calling over the press, Schumer and Mitch McConnell have instead pulled their punches. Now, according to number 2 Senate Democrat John Thune, quote, "I don't know that it's necessarily a thaw. I just think that there's a realization that this has to get done. Now, the two Senate leaders, they're more careful with their words. Schumer's most recent remarks about the debt ceiling, quote, "We cannot let the full faith and credit of the United States lapse, and we are focusing on getting this done in a bipartisan way." Same goes for Mitch McConnell, who also said, and I quote, "We'll figure out a way to avoid default. We always do," end quote. There's definitely a lot of pressure on the two leaders. You got Schumer, who has a lot on his year-end plate with the Build Back Better bill on top of this debt ceiling bill, and of course the government spending bill to avoid a shutdown. Meanwhile, you got Mitch McConnell. He faced fierce backlash from conservatives in his own caucus for his strategy during the debt ceiling fight earlier this year. And Republicans are aware of the pressure that Senators Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin are under in order to change the filibuster. And so that's why Republicans are careful not to seem too hard-headed with legislation. Otherwise, they may give Democrats the ammo that they need to be able to sway Sinema and Manchin to make a filibuster carve-out for the debt ceiling. Now, if that happens, then there will be no stopping the stimulus floodgates that would eventually open up. I mean, let's not forget we have 80 plus lawmakers, plus our very own Vice President Kamala Harris, who are all on board with recurring stimulus checks. They are definitely looking for an opportunity just like this. And of course, I'm going to let you guys know just as soon as stimulus pops. Just make sure to always tune into the latest videos right here. All right, so now back to the Build Back Better bill. Senate Democrats are preparing to plow ahead with President Biden's social spending and climate change legislation, even as Senator Joe Manchin yo-yos over the timeline. House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer calls the bill the answer to people's pain and struggle.
It's a big win for the people, for the average working men and women of America, for those who struggle every day and hope that somebody is on their side. Somebody is listening to their pain and their struggle and their challenge. This bill is an answer. This bill will make a difference.
Somebody said the news will just depress.
That's why this bill is so historic. Not for next year, the year after.
For real though,
for
I always think
decades
to
to
just
come.
direct deposit my shit.
It
Like
will
how
make America
automatic billing
better
just
land.
take my shit out.
a land of greater opportunity.
Senate Democrats say that Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer wants to pass the bill by the end of the year, even if it pushes up against or into the holidays. Now, according to Senator Ben Cardin, the timeline is to get this done this year. This is clearly Senator Schumer's desire, and I think, quite frankly, if there's a path forward, we stay there until we get it done, regardless of what the date is. Yeah, I do remember being out there with you guys around this time last year when they were making this happen for the second stimulus check, just in time for Christmas, or actually shortly thereafter, and then just in time for New Year's. We'll definitely stick to this one once again until we get that long promised fourth stimulus package. Now, the way I see it, it's really just the last couple of loose ends to tie up before they already pre-conference the bill between the House and the Senate. Now, at least that's what House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said.
90-some% of the bill was written together, House, Senate, White House. There were some differences at the end, and we'll deal with those as we go forward. What will happen is we have different committee system in the House than they do in the Senate. So this bill will now be reshaped to their committees. And at that point, we'll see what where we need to, shall we say, reconcile our differences. But at the end of the day, we will have a great bill.
Now, it's just a matter of time of getting those Senate holdouts in line. According to White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, quote, they've been in close touch with Senator Manchin. That includes answering questions he may have, hearing concerns he may have. Manchin has also made it look like he's okay with a vote before year end. Quote, I'm not in charge of anything. Whatever they want to do is fine with me, end quote. Now, at the same time, he's playing this very close to his vest. Quote, no, I'm still looking at everything. When the final bill comes out, when the Congressional Budget Office score comes out, then we'll go from there, end quote. Still, Senate leadership seems optimistic with negotiations with Manchin. Senate Finance Chair Ron Wyden, he assures people, I know some of my colleagues have questions about one issue or another, but we're going to talk to senators. I talk to Senator Manchin constantly, end quote. Then there's Senator Kyrsten Sinema. She did a very rare exclusive interview recently. We're going to get to that one in just a little bit, so stay right there, guys. Urgent news, a Starbucks employee just tested positive for hepatitis A, possibly exposing thousands of customers to the virus. A New Jersey Starbucks employee who went to work in November after testing positive for hepatitis A and handled food may have exposed thousands of customers to the virus. Can you guys smell a lawsuit, a massive lawsuit probably coming because of this. Ugh. Now, if you visited the Starbucks at 1490 Blackwood Clementon Road on November 4th, 5th, 6th, 11th, 12th, and 13th, then make sure you check with your health officials because you're probably going to need a shot. Your county health official gave a news release saying this: our highest priority is ensuring everyone involved remains safe and healthy. The patient is not currently working, and close contacts have been identified. We encourage everyone who may believe they were exposed to get vaccinated against hepatitis A by calling the county health department or your primary care physician.
Sheesh.
Reading the CDC website on hepatitis A, quote, hepatitis A is very contagious. It is spread when someone unknowingly ingests the virus, even in microscopic amounts, through close contact with an infected person or through eating contaminated food or drink. Symptoms of hepatitis A can last up to 2 months and include fatigue, nausea, stomach pain, and jaundice. Most people with hepatitis A do not have long-lasting illness. The best way to prevent hepatitis A is to get vaccinated. Scary news, guys, but be safe out there. All right, so now back to Kirsten Sinema. So the Senate holdout gave a once-in-a-blue-moon interview recently and talked about the frustration that she's been causing other Democrats and the American people. Here's her response to what people have been saying.
As you look at the progressives here in this state today, especially the young people, that was you one time, and you've evolved. How do you see them today? And I guess, what do you say to those folks?
And how do the hepatitis get in there? Did they drop blood in the food or
first, I
something?
want to say that I appreciate
Or sweat or spit in the food? I
all
don't think
of
they
us as
did.
Americans. And in Arizona,
Starbucks is
we are
supposed to
heavily
wear
supportive
gloves
of the
and
First
use
Amendment.
tongs
So I
and things
appreciate
like
when
that,
folks are willing
so
to
that doesn't
tell me
happen.
they agree with me or disagree with me. If they want to protest, if they want to offer thanks, all of that is welcome. That's how I hear feedback from folks in Arizona, and I'm grateful for that feedback. I'll also say that I'll get up every single day and do what I've always done, which is just put Arizona first, keep my head down, not get distracted by the noise, and just deliver the results. So I guess my message to folks would be, keep telling me what you think. I appreciate it. And I'm going to keep doing the work and delivering results for Arizonans.
Now, whether or not that promise materializes in the latest stimulus bill, we'll just have to see in our upcoming next updates next week. But I hope we hit your stimulus sweet spot today with today's fourth stimulus check update and daily news update, a stimulus check browse through our first 10 states. The latest details on the Build Back Better stimulus package, and the very rare interview with Senate holdout Kirsten Sinema. There's also the urgent news report on the Starbucks employee testing positive for hepatitis A. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in today, and thank you guys as always for lighting up the like button. You really make my day. Thanks so much, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.
I just want to say also, free all the nonviolent incarcerated marijuana users, offenders. There are much worse crimes that deserve much steeper penalties. Also, please visit change.org and vote.org. I think that's it. Y'all make sure you subscribe to Ron Yates on YouTube if you want to hear more or watch that and get any more news. Also follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. We done gave Facebook and YouTube and Instagram about 30 minutes. We're going to call it quits and upload this video again. $3 trillion worth of stimulus funding has been passed, most of it looking for green energy, cleaning up any pollution, fixing roads, landfills, things like that, garbage, green energy, universal broadband, healthcare, in-home care, Medicare, child tax credits, pandemic unemployment assistance, possibly some SBA loans rolling over as well, and some low-income housing or eviction protection. I believe they said they only funded about 1 million homes to be built from now until 2030. That's over the next 10 years. So we shall see how this funding plays out. A couple things you need to look for in your state: a state stimulus check, as well as economic impact loans, EIDL loans, as well as disaster loans, economic impact disaster loans, as well as guaranteed income. Some are calling fixed income or universal guaranteed income. universal fixed income, basic income, which is more like a welfare check. Okay. Um, those are the types of funding available. Y'all make sure you do what you can where you can. I love y'all. You're beautiful. Your soul is beautiful. Your energy is positive. You're important to me, your community, your family, and your friends. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here, making me a top streamer. Thank y'all for my money. I see three top tippers on the screen over here. We're over 75, probably well over 100 viewers for the stream. Um, We'll see when we log out, but we'll say goodbye to Facebook and YouTube. Again, thank y'all for being here. We're about to fade to the background. Probably listen to some instrumentals or some wilding out as I get ready to finish some work and get back to work. I love y'all so much. Make sure you check out Talent Tuesday on Facebook as well and on YouTube. There is artists, songs, creators, events, venues, things like that for y'all to check out. That's Talent Tuesday by PHH. Slowly getting all the new 2022 pages and things like that together. Thank y'all for